we're going to read Is Gaming Good for You? I thought that this would be a fun article to read. Before we read, we have an interactive pre-reading quiz. Let's go to it. Test your gaming knowledge. You're about to read Is Gaming Good for You? The article is about how video games have helped people through the COVID-19 pandemic. How much do you really know about the world of gaming? Take the quiz to find out, but don't worry if you don't know the answers. By the time you're done, you'll know plenty. The first video game was a version of tic-tac-toe. What year was it invented? Ooh, 1967? Nope, 1952. Back in the 50s, computers were huge. One could take up a whole room. In 1952, a professor named A.S. Douglas created a game called OXO, a version of tic-tac-toe you could play against the computer. I bet they won all the time. Who plays video games the most? People under 18, people 18 to 34, people 35 to 54, people over 30. I think 18 to 34. Yes, 38% of gamers today are ages 18 to 34. You might think that kids under 18 would play more, but they account for only 21% of the gamers. That's because they haven't met my son-in-laws if they think that they're under 18. My son-in-laws spend all their time gaming. And my sons. And a couple of my daughters. Which is the oldest video game company? Xbox, or PlayStation, Nintendo, Xbox, or Rockstar Games? Rockstar Games? No, Nintendo. Nintendo actually started out as a playing card company in 1889. The company made and sold many things over the years. It sold its first video game console, the Nintendo Entertainment System, in 1985, almost 100 years after the company began. Oh, I was surprised. What percentage of American kids under 18 play video games? Oh, they just told us 15. No, 50%? Let's say 50. No, 70%. 70% of kids under 18 in the US play video games. That's more than 50 million kids. True or false? Super Mario Brothers is the most popular video game of all time. True. False. With 200 million copies sold, Minecraft is the most popular video game of all time. It was created in 2011. It beat out games that have been around for much longer, like Wii Sports and Super Mario Brothers. I know a lot of people who play that. I only answered 1 out of the 5 correctly, but I'm very bad. Let's go back to our story. Okay, now we're going to watch the vocabulary slideshow. Social. Here we go. Social. Addiction. Especially if you're driving. Okay, one more. Okay, so there we go with our new vocabulary. Let's go back and read the story. For Anna Blackburn, the COVID-19 pandemic was a struggle. Last spring, her middle school in Vermont shut down. So did her social life. For months, there was no sleepovers. There was no soccer. I was pretty lonely, Anna says. Then a friend discovered the game Among Us. Anna, who's 13, started playing a couple of times a week. She'd get on FaceTime with a few people and open the app. She liked cruising the spaceship, looking for aliens, but most of all, she loved hanging out with her friends. It didn't matter that they weren't in the same room. It wasn't just about playing the game, it was a chance to talk about our lives. What did Anna love most about playing Among Us? Socializing, being with her friends. Rethinking screen time. Anna is not alone. During the COVID-19 pandemic, Americans have spent more time and money on video games than ever before. In the last year, the number of people playing NBA 2K20 nearly doubled. Call of Duty Warzone went from having 30 million to 75 million players. And one weekend last September, Among Us had nearly 4 million people playing at once. Is all that gaming bad for us? Parents often worry that their kids will get hooked on video games. They think kids will lose interest in sports, school, and friends. But for kids like Anna, gaming wasn't an addiction or a waste of time. It was a way to feel less isolated. That experience may be changing the way adults think about gaming. A lot of parents are finally seeing the benefits, says Jordan Shapiro, an expert who studies screen time. They're seeing how rich it is, how social it is. So, what has the effect COVID-19 had on screen time? It's increased it. Hanging out online. Gaming has changed a lot since your parents were kids. Maybe they played Super Mario Brothers or NBA Jam, but chances are they were one on one with a computer. Then, about 20 years ago, video games started to move online, and that changed everything. When you play online, you're not just passing time, you're hanging out with people and learning how to get along. Among Us challenges you to figure out who's lying and who's telling the truth. Fortnite makes you work together with the rest of your squad. Some experts even say gamers have a better social skills than people who don't play. How has playing games online changed gaming? Well, you're socializing, learning skills. There may be other benefits to gaming. Think about Minecraft, which lets you build and design things. Games like that make you more creative. Other games strengthen your memory. Gaming may also get you ready for a career in today's world. You practice teamwork, you learn to accept failure, and you do it all online. Screen time is part of how we live our lives now, Shapiro says. Who's going to do better in a world of Zoom than a kid who grew up playing Fortnite? In what ways does gaming get you ready for a career? It gets you used to socializing online and working as a team. Switching it up. Of course, there is such a thing as too much gaming, but Shapiro says most people know when they've reached their limit. The important thing is to pay attention to how you feel. When when do I feel good and when do I feel bad? He says, no one feels good after staring at a screen for 4 hours. When you feel bad, experts say you should change it up. Go outside. Find a way to talk to people face to face. That is, when you can do it safely. Until then, Among Us might just be a good substitute. How can you been telling if you've gamed too much? You don't feel good. And you feel bad. Look, timeline, the history of gaming. 1970s, the arcades. 1977, the video counts games come home. Yes, I had one of these. And gaming goes online in the 1990s. EverQuest became the first popular game you could play online with friends, and then it led to World of Warcraft. My daughter met her husband playing League of Legends. Okay, so we're going to answer some questions, and in our Google Slides, we have 2 activities to complete. You're going to need to type in about the vocabulary and answer 5 questions about the article. Then you're going to take the quiz. I hope you do really good. Let you know that I play Pikmin 3, and I just started that one, and I played Animal Crossing earlier in the year and last year, and my family, we play Among Us on online, and we all play. We visit with each other on Discord, which is a popular gaming, networking, whatever, communication thing. Okay, thank you. And answer my questions, complete the slides, turn them in. Thanks.